hi. I went, oh my god. And I gave him like the biggest hug. Like I nearly threw him to the ground. I felt so bad.
Strike a boat, baby.
I think I see them. I said, why the is Mighty Brothers in a suit? And then Mighty Brothers goes, down that you won't. So half a glass of vodka, I drink in one go.
There was not a shot missed, which is the first time in MCC history that's ever happened.
So my gold block and I went to 4 different countries in about 4 hours. We started off in the Netherlands, we went to Belgium, we went to France, and then we went to England. Alright lads, welcome back to MidweekMC, the podcast where I sit down with the amazing co-host AJX. Hello AJ.
Hello. How are you doing, good sir?
I am good, how about yourself?
I am wonderful. What a weekend we just had.
And it's just us two again today recording.
It is. It's the dynamic duo, I may say. The podcast pals, the PPs, as you were.
If you want to call us that last one, AJ, that's fine. I would rather other people don't call us that, but if you want to call it that,
I want everyone to call us that.
I don't want anyone to call us that, please. Thank you.
I'm advertising that.
We recorded last week's podcast before we went to TwitchCon, and that came out today of recording, so it came out like 3 days after TwitchCon ended. However, now we're recording this one ready to come out in a week's time, talking about the aftermath of TwitchCon, which was an amazing weekend, like you said. Before we get into talking about TwitchCon, though, I do want to announce something that was announced over the weekend, and I want to use this podcast to kind of promote it. InsideMC is collaborating with Space Brownies in order to do a giveaway. No way, what? So,
no.
As you may know from like a few months back, we collaborated with One Shot Royale in order to raise money for the British Red Cross. We are doing that again, raising money for the British Red Cross as we're raising up until March. We also have some other cool stuff planned throughout the year. However, if you'd like to win a free skin, in quotation marks, free skin, every £2 you donate to the charity that is linked on Twitter, you'll be able to find it there, like in the announcement if you scroll through, or somewhere in the Discord. Every £2 you donate will be a singular entry. So if you donate £18, it's 36 entries. It's completely if you donate £36, it's 18 entries, sorry. So if you'd like to win a skin, feel free to donate. As of recording this, no one has yet, so you stand a big chance of winning if you donate, and you have until the end of the month. So there you go. Wanted to just promote that. Big up Space Brownies.
Big ups, we appreciate you. Yeah, go do that now.
But that's
he's saying you should. Yeah, I'm telling them they should. They absolutely should do it right now.
But that's not today's topic, is it? That's not all we have for today. We have something cool that happened over the weekend. We have a lot to go through. It's going to follow the same format as last week's podcast, if you gave it a listen, where we go through the days. But what are we talking about, AJ?
We are talking about TwitchCon Rotterdam 2024.
No way! You went?
I did go, and no one knew it was me, because I was masked. I was masked up. Everyone thought I was I'm Twiggy.
Where did you get that really cool AJX hat from?
Oh, my dear friend Sammy.
Oh yeah. What did they do?
They got their mate to make it. They have a podcast. They call it the Inside Politics Podcast.
Okay. All right.
And we host one called Midweek Politics.
Nice. Yeah, this is really good on the spot thinking here for the joke.
It's actually called the football Inside FP, which is football podcast, football politics.
Okay, yeah.
And midweek FP, we brought someone on midweek MP that draws incredible artwork. Absolutely phenomenal person who we had on as a guest, and he got me that art.
Now do you want to say the actual story, or should I say the actual story, AJ? Come on.
He's so upset.
I am.
You got it me for my birthday. There you go.
Yeah, but I didn't get it from a guest on the podcast.
I thought you got it from
No, mystery. No, we're at the same convention at Comic-Con. There was this person who was making custom hats. I went up to him and I just bought it from him. Yeah, so he made the AJX hat. And I also got an Orbitzz one as well, but I didn't feel like being egotistical. So
yeah, was it you that said I was being egotistical?
It was as a joke, yes.
No,
but it was also good for branding because, like you said, you was covering your face. So like it was also covered your hair as well. So you had something to wear, which also told people you were AJX. But it didn't work too much, did it? Which we'll get into two
Oh,
talking
no, it did.
about. Well, it didn't work for a certain like meet and greet on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Oh no, not
but
Sunday,
yes.
Saturday. Sorry, yeah, but we'll talk about it anyways when we get to that day, because we have a few things to go through. So
Yes.
Friday, day 0. You don't really come into the picture, so this is going to be mainly me talking.
Well, I do, but you know.
I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I went to bed at 12, so I was running on 3 hours sleep. I wake up, I get a Discord message at 12 o'clock from AJX. Oh my god. I'm like, what's going on about? There's also a group chat of AJX and Mighty Brothers. You know, I'm just there. I get changed, get ready, goes get an Uber. Realize I have an email. Right, who's this email from? It's from none other than Avondale. I was like, oh my god. So, in case you didn't know already, if from what I've said on stream or like from last week's podcast, me and AJX confirmed now because it's happened. Got what I thought it was just called reserve seating. No, VIP seating to MCC Twitch Rivals Live, which once again we'll get into talking about because that's the Sunday. We're not going to skip to it. But I wake up, I get this email. I was like, oh my god. And there's also something else on the email as well, which we will save for the Sunday talk. I was like, as I've replied, just like, oh my god, this is amazing, blah blah blah. So I get into the Uber, we get to the Eurostar at St Pancras. And our Eurostar goes out at 6 a.m. We've got a 3-hour journey straight to Rotterdam. That's pretty much my travel in the morning. I get there for about 10 o'clock local time. Head to the hotel. Actually, we got there a little bit later because I was waiting to meet Kai. Head to the hotel and I'm like, yo, can we leave our bags here, please? I said it a lot more professionally than this. I'm doing podcast talk right now. And they went, oh, we actually have a room available for you. And I was like, oh, cool. So like we checked in at 11:30. It was great. Dropped our bags off in the room and stuff. And then me, and now that I've announced it publicly, my girlfriend Chloe and Kai headed off to the convention center, and then we got there for about 12 o'clock. Well, a little bit for like 11:30. We got there for badge pickup, ready at 12 o'clock. What was your? So we're gonna do mornings. We're gonna do mornings, and then we're gonna do afternoons one by one, right? To make this more clean. So now, what's your Friday morning up until 12 o'clock like, AJ?
Up until 12 o'clock, I woke up. Got told Twiggy wasn't coming, which was very sad. If you didn't know, about 2 weeks beforehand, he got chicken pox, and unfortunately, it was quite a bad case, a rarely bad case that took a long time to. He's still got it in some form right now. So he unfortunately couldn't come to the convention, which was very sad. But yeah, that was I woke up.
Really boring as opposed to my whole like traveling and all this kind of jazz. Yeah, we do badge pick up, and then we meet up with like a big group of so like Kai was talking to them and messaging them, and I didn't know what they looked like. And we come out at the badge pickup, right, and we're standing there chilling. I saw Akko, went up to Akko and I was like, hi, I'm Orbitzz. So in the entire weekend my introduction was like, I'm Orbitzz. By the way, this is going to be like, instead of like the brief talking, I am going into so much depth this podcast. If you really want to know the details of everything, this is the podcast to listen to. I did a stream where I kind of just roughly talk, but I'm going into full story time details on this podcast because this is what I want to do. I just want to waffle away. Also, because I'm a little bit tired, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to record the podcast with AJ, so bang up to Hacker. I'm like, yo, like, hi, I'm Orbitzz. And if they didn't get Orbitzz, I went InsideMC, the podcast. And I went, or like podcast guy or Minecraft podcast. Those are two things, right? And I went, hi, I'm Orbitzz. And like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you. And all weekend I was going up to like dab up people, like give them a handshake. That was my way of introducing. No, everyone did hugs, AJ. Everyone did hugs the entire weekend. I didn't hug everyone and I didn't dab everyone up. And I just said hi to some people. I was like, oh my god, okay. So I gave a hug to Akko, which was really cool. And then I went out and was waiting there. And I'm standing and talking to Kai, waiting for like Rory and Riot and stuff to come out. It was a big group of MJ Sunshine, Tiny Riot, Salt Content, Rory Animates, and Tina Tiggs. And come out and then Kai goes, that's Rory. They'd already met them the day before because they all got into Rotterdam quite early. And I turned around and I see Rory, I'm like, oh. He went, hi. I went, oh my god. And I gave him like the biggest hug. Like I nearly threw him to the ground. I felt so bad. and then we talk and I talked to Riot and stuff like, hi, you're right, and all of them. And it was like obviously first introduction. It was a lot better later on in the days, but like that was our first introduction. We went to the local shop and then headed down to the park and had like this big picnic and stuff. It was really, really nice. It was where Kai gave me like a little crystal thing that I have in front of me, and MJ Sunshine gave me this really nice sticker. So I was giving away stickers and you got to choose, and the one I chose was like a man standing in like a field with like mountains behind them. Oh my god, I love it so much. And apparently according to them, I'm like one of the only people to choose this one, which is kind of funny. And then we head back to the convention, and I'm gonna pull up who I met that day just so I get it perfectly. So my way of taking pictures this year was by asking them, hi, I'm trying to collect podcast guests. Can I get pictures? So I got pictures with Aragon, Wadebox, Noxcrew, and Dijon was also in it, who will probably be like a future guest now, just for the lore purposes. Maddie Milkberry and Pyrocyph, and Pyro's actually wearing MJ's jacket that they gave them, which is really cool. That was really nice photo. I had to ask them to rotate the picture because it was really awkward. And when I first met them, I met them inside before everybody got to them, because I had to go back into the toilet. So I was walking out with soul content, and I went, hi, and they went, hi, and I was like, Orbitzz, and they went, oh my god, hi. I was like, hi, and we got a little bit of talking. Also met with Jack, Cascading, and FaZe, which was like later on in the day. That was like really later on, which is a little bit awkward, I'm gonna be honest. It was really cool meeting them in their group, because I think Pine Conan and Sarah and Maskyzee showed up as well, and I was like talking to them all. The issue is they all like voice call and stuff, right? And they all talk at the time, which is great. So when they all met each other in person, it's like, oh my god, I do podcasts quite a lot, and as much as it was really cool to meet them and we did talk, I was just like, I didn't really talk to them too much because they were like talking to their group of people, which is completely warranted. I also talk a lot, as you can tell right now. Sorry, AJ, I'm really not giving you anything here. You'll come in later.
Sorry, yeah.
And then I met with Wraithstation and certainly Laz. I kind of skipped through, like, I'm just reading through who I met, and I'll tell some other stories regarding it. Met Wraithstation and Laz, and then non-podcast guests, I met with Dan Clancy, which is cool. I was going to ask him to come on the podcast, but he was live streaming, and I didn't want to risk getting rejected live on stream. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. I just want to try my luck.
That would have been the best clip ever.
Or if he said yes, it would have been an even more fire clip. But
no.
And then I met with Smager and with Orion Sound and Eloise, who I was actually talking to Orion Sound as well. We got into like a nice little chat and stuff, and they knew about the podcast and stuff, which was really cool, because that was my main selling point. I have more to say. Sorry, AJ.
Okay, go
when
ahead.
After the park ride, we went back, and that was when I met with Smager, Orion Sound, all that kind of stuff, Milkberry and Pyro, and we was all talking and stuff. And then me and Chloe went back to we went into the actual center. No, we didn't. We went back to the hotel, and Jack went, oh, we're here if anyone wants to meet, blah blah blah. So we said, okay, we'll head back in. We came back into the convention center, which was like 30 minutes on train. Public transport was amazing there, and we met him, and the Masky comes over, and they had like the little bag. So earlier on in the year, they made a tweet like, any of my mutuals going to TwitchCon, reply to this tweet, and I'll make like a little cool bag for you. Oh my god! So I have a custom Insane Orbitzz card now, which says like InsideMC on it. Where is it? It's on my desk. I need to clean my desk up. I left it a bit messy. Where's the card? Where's the card go? Oh, there it is. I have like a little playing card like that says Insane Orbitzz on it. It's like plastic wrapped, so it's all protected, and it says InsideMC podcast at the bottom, and it's their skin. It's their suit skin, which is amazing. And then they also gave me 2 badges, one InsideMC and the other one that says Maskyzee approved. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. So big props to Maskyzee. Thank you so much for that. It's absolutely amazing. But me and Chloe went into the like local store place thing. We got Burger King, so we was a bit hungry. We just wanted food, so we just grabbed the first things that we saw, which is Burger King, most convenient. Ate that, and then me and Wraith were meant to be meeting up. So if you don't know who Wraith is, they're Wraithstation. We'll get into talking a bit more about them on the Saturday and partially the Sunday, because we met up with them again with AJX here. But they Hi, sorry. And then they met, they didn't meet. They said, oh, like, I'm here, do you want to meet? So we was like, okay. So as we're leaving Burger King, right? Certainly Laz is walking to go and get their bus, and I went, Laz, and he went, hi. And I went, Orbitzz, and he went, oh my god, hi, Orbitzz. I went, hi. And I went, like, you know, said hello to them and was chatting. I said, look, I'm going to meet someone. Like, are you in a rush to go home, or do you want to walk with me and talk with me and you can meet this person? And it worked out perfectly, because if you don't know who Laz is, they've been on the podcast. They do like amazing work with like studio production and all like these kind of show stuff. That's also what Wraith does in a sense as well. So when we were walking and then eventually met with Wraith, Laz and Wraith had like an amazing conversation, and then I met with Wraith, who was talking away. Got the picture with the both of them because Wraith is a future podcast guest. Hint hint. But turns out, so as they're walking all back to the station after going into the shop and buying stuff, right? So Laz goes, and I'm like to Wraith, okay, do you need to go to the shop? So they went to the shop. I said, oh, whereabouts are you staying? Wraith Zeon, sorry, was staying in the same hotel as me and Chloe, which was crazy. So we went into a shop and went back together. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my Friday. Sorry, we'll be able to have more of a conversation about the Saturday. But yeah, that's my story for the Friday. there. And what about yours?
Strike a boat, baby. So, me and Mighty Brothers 1, and originally I'm Twiggy, had decided that we were going to take the boat to Rotterdam. Now, some people might be like, that's weird. That's a weird choice. No, it's the best choice. You see, the boat was the best option because one, it is a hotel for the night. Great choice. And two, it's just, you can literally take everything you want onto that boat. It's great. We went through security and we have a giant cardboard cutout of We Choke on Milk. And the security loved. They loved that. They loved We Choke on Milk.
Wait, did you carry him through, or was he folded up in like the like thing?
He was folded up, but they obviously have to unfold him. Check that I'm not smuggling. So yeah, they were big. They were a huge. Honestly, everyone we met were just huge fans of the We Choke on Milk, from the hotel staff to the staff in security, and just so many people just loved the We Choke on Milk cardboard cutout. We then do the Striker Boat stream, which is a very, very huge stream that got a lot of clips of me and Mighty just doing crazy tomfoolery on the Strikers boat in our huge room, because obviously the full boat was owned by the Strikers. We then have a lovely buffet, which was delightful. And then I think that was pretty much it. There was something more. I can't remember it. Oh, I tried to force Mighty to watch him film with me, but he wouldn't do it.
Wasn't it like a big cinema? Did you use a cinema?
Yeah, no. Mighty was not down for the cinema. I wanted to see... I forget it wasn't Despicable Me. It was something like...
Oh, would it have been Garfield?
Yes, it was Garfield. I really wanted to see Garfield, but no, Mighty was not down for it. We watched football instead. Boo. And yeah, and we went to sleep. It was a really nice room, I have to say. Huge, especially compared to, the great thing about the Strikers boat is there's a lot of rooms available. Some are cheap, some are more expensive. We had a more expensive one, so I could have a double bed because I wanted a double bed. Yeah, it was a really nice experience on the boat. And then we shut our eyes and suddenly we were in the Netherlands.
I guess you might as well kickstart Saturday then, because
we
woke up and then me and Chloe woke up and we were just waiting around. I think we ran to the shop quickly. I can't remember. But so it's better you start off Saturday, to be honest.
So me and Mighty wake up at 6:30. We get off the ship and take a bus into Rotterdam. Quite a quick and easy experience. Well, I wouldn't say quick and easy. It did take a long time to get through border control, but that is to be expected in any country. So I won't blame the Netherlands for that. That meant that we were just sort of chilling. Then we got to Rotterdam Central, which is the train station there. And we headed to our hotel, dropped our stuff off, met on the way there a certain somebody who can come in now. We met Orbitzz and Chloe on the way there, which was lovely, and just made sure we had clearance on where our hotel was. And then we headed to the convention centre as a 4/5 if you count Ian.
You know what's quite interesting about the whole border control thing is that when we got off the Eurostar in Netherlands, we literally just got off the train and walked off out of the station.
Yeah, that's because you do border control at the front. So you do it border control when you start a journey.
Did you not do it in England?
No.
Oh, do you know what makes it even more interesting then? No, and I'm skipping a little bit to when we left, which I'll talk about more later. But just while it's on topic, when we left, we literally just got on a train out of Netherlands and went straight to Brussels. We could have once we got off of Brussels, we could have literally just walked out. I was shocked at how easy it is to travel between European countries. Which
if only we were still in the EU.
But, yeah, we wake up, me and Chloe, and we're like, yo, like, where are you? Wondering when you're coming in. We've already got our badges. We did badge pick up and stuff, so we were fine. You're like, oh, we've just got off. We're gonna walk to our hotel. So me and Chloe kind of like cut you off. So we're walking, and then we're walking towards you, and I'm on one side of the street, and I messaged you like, what side of the street are you on? Which to be honest, I don't really know how you would have explained it now that I come back and think about it. But we're walking. I'm looking over the street, and I'm like, I think I see them. I said, why the fuck is Mighty Brothers in a suit? And we cross the road and you see us, we put our hands out, and so be it. I realise you're MCC jersey. So we see you, my brothers is wearing a full-on fucking suit. You go to the hotel, drop your bags off, and then we head to the convention. We didn't get a picture of the butt plug dome, which I'm still sad about because you promised we would. But
we'll talk about that later again.
And then at 10:54 a.m, well, slightly before that, I was waiting for clearance on Mighty Brothers to let me post it. We get to the convention center, we take a picture, me, you, Mighty, and we choke on milk, and it's tweeted, "We have arrived" on the InsideMC account. InsideMC is here. No shot.
Yes. It was yeah. If you can't tell, well, I'm gonna say the strikers, but mainly Mighty Brothers 1 is down for a good bit. And the striker suit was his. Oh, sorry, his suit was his bit. I actually came up with the Ian cardboard cutout bit, which was amazing. It is also Mighty's present, so he is now going to take that back home to where he lives, or dox him. And so that's his birthday present. And he's keeping that. He's keeping Ian from now on. But yeah, he was so down for this suit idea. He really, and he wanted me to wear one as well, and I was just like, no, I'm not wearing that in the heat. He did realise, because Saturday was the hottest day as well. It was ridiculous.
He came to regret it.
He came to definitely regret it. I can't believe he wore that suit for the entire day. It was a bit crazy. He was going to wear it the next day as well.
I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah,
very glad. I would have probably wore a suit if I knew about it. I probably would have slapped on a suit, and we would have walked around a convention in a suit. It would have been funny. Would have gone so hard.
See, Sunday would have been fine, but Saturday was way too hot.
Nah, not watching Twitch Rivals.
It got like 32 degrees on the sun.
I wore shorts the entire weekend. Even on our way home, it started raining, and I was wearing shorts. I was just really comfortable in them.
I can't wear shorts due to not liking how my legs are.
Okay.
So I did wear shorts at one point for the football, but I had my the other thing is I wore cargo trousers. I just bought those cargo trousers the day before, so they were a little too big at the waist, so they ball down. I fashioned myself a belt using my iPhone wire, which was a rope wire, so it was a little easier to do than it would be normally. That was my most ingenious idea of the entire weekend. I was very happy with that.
And it actually worked as well, like perfectly.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, we then go into the convention. Me and Mighty obviously have to get our passes and so on, but that was relatively easy to do. And we head into the convention, and we meet so many people.
We're instantly greeted with a
It was pretty much instant. It wasn't on purpose. We didn't. We just bumped into mainly people from the Goobers, which is a Discord server, which was amazing. I was very honoured, I guess, to meet so many of these people that I've been talking to for so long, and they're just in this community for so long. It was very nice putting faces to voices, I guess, which I guess a lot of people had to do with me as well, because I'm faceless. Was wearing a mask and sunglasses for the whhole weekend. It was a light up mask, another fan favourite. Me and Mighty really brought the fashion to TwitchCon. A lot of people enjoyed our weird and wacky outfits.
To be fair,
and Ian.
on day 0, Orion Sound complimented my t-shirt. And I went, oh, thank you. And then I realised, like, on the back of his jacket, he also had like the same like wave thing that I had on my front of my t-shirt. But at that point, it was too late to go back and be like, oh, by the way, I like your jacket, because I didn't see the front. They said they liked my t-shirt quite a lot, and I was like to them, wait till you see what I'm wearing on Sunday. And I don't actually think we interacted on the Sunday, so they never got to see it. I'm really sad.
Sadly not. But yeah, I love meeting just so many people I've talked to for a long time, or that we've interacted with. So shout out to those. I mean, there's going to be so many in the weekend. I won't go through all of them like Orbitzz does, but I mean people from the Goobers, people from Crown Quest, people from all walks of life from the internet. I will go through a few people. Of course, Rice in real time, which was amazing, and Nomad. Very, very happy. I mean, just meeting people that like you, like Rice, like Mighty, that I just view as like my siblings, kind of, is just sort of a very big thing for me. So that was amazing. Yeah, and then me and Mighty ruined it by going to a meet and greet. Isn't that right?
So before we get into that, because I have more kind of like get to kind of remember names here, and I'm sorry if I forgot anybody. Out of that big group, we met like Pinecon Conan, CGQ, Space Brownies, Masky, Sarah.
Why'd you say it like
What?
Pine Conan?
I don't know. We interacted like once. They don't get to be proper names because we
Love you, Pine Conan.
And I got like a picture with which I'll go through the pictures later actually, so I won't spoil it. I met with like Space and stuff. Me and Space got to save, well, more me got to save our reaction from last year because they came up and went to say hello to me, but I was too invested in playing the basketball. So this year I made sure to like say hi and I gave him a big hug. Emily was like, "Hi, Orbitzz." I was like, "Oh my god, hi." But the thing is, like, I was too locked in and saying hello to Space because he was about to say hello hello to each other. So I feel kind of bad. So Emily, if you're listening to this and maybe you don't remember it, I am sorry that I didn't give you a proper hello. I did give them a hug, of course.
So now you're going to have to fix another interaction next year.
I'll fix it with Emily next year. But with Space, I was like, I give them a big hug and stuff, and I said hello to everyone, and it was really nice. I got to make up like the interaction with like Pine Conan and CGQ and stuff because we didn't really talk too much the day before. There was a few others in the crowd, a good few. I don't know if I'm butchered their name every single time I said it. I'm just gonna call them Bioloon, okay? Because they don't know how to pronounce it, no clue. I think they were there, but I got talking to them later on anyways. They were really cool. But there's like a big group of people, and then yeah, we go off as you guys have a meet and greet that you got to get to at 12 o'clock with
CPK, which was very cool to talk to CPK. I don't think, well, obviously he doesn't recognize me, sad, but even so, it was just amazing to see CPK. And we actually made a lot of firsts for his experiences as a meet and greeter, because not only were we the first person to meet and greet him in a suit, almighty, but also with a cardboard cutout of someone else that he found fascinating. So yeah, that was a fun meet and greet. And yeah, it was lovely to meet CPK because obviously I'm a huge fan of his work on InsideMC, and I've been watching CPK since
his work on InsideMC,
not InsideMC, sorry, MC, all things MCC, and I've just been watching CPK since 2015 with a lot of his. I think it was One Life. It might have been called something else. That was a superb series that I watched him in from Jack Sucks Alive. So yeah, that was really cool. And getting to interact with CPK and so on was just awesome.
Right next to the meet and greet, so there's a stage going on, like a panel, and
yes,
because we rocked up late because I was waiting for Mai and AJ. Sadly, we missed it. It was the Power Creations panel, and they've just announced Rats in Paris. Rats 2.
Yes,
which was amazing. So while you guys are in a meet and greet, we're like me and Chloe are waiting outside with like we meet up with Riot and stuff as well because they've just come out of the meet and greet with one of the other people, and then Generis is in the convention. I see him tweet about it.
Oh yes, Generis was so wonderful.
So I went, yo, like where are you? And he told me. So I told him, I'll come to the meet and greet and we'll meet. So he came past, walked straight past me, and I saw him. So I had to chase him down, like hi. I got a picture with him, right? And then was like, what's like that panel about? Let's go and see. So as we walk past, we see like a bunch of people standing in there, and the amount of times, every single time I saw Laz, I approached him and said hi because I just made it a little bit. Every single time I saw him, I went out my way to be like, hi Laz, hi Fulham, hi Laz. And so we see them inside. I'm like, oh my god, like we need to get into that. So you're sitting in the meet and greet. I'm like to Chloe, like we'll be back. You're with Kai, just chill there for a second. And so we're walking. We're like, crap, we can't go in that way. This is the exit. So we walk round, and there's people queuing for the next panel. And this panel just ended, but people were still inside chatting. So we went up to the lady and was like, look, like we missed the panel, but there's like a few people in there, like friends that we want to go and say hi to. Like, can we go in? So the lady's like, yeah, just go through. So she lets us straight through like the accessibility line.
Yeah.
And we go straight through it, and we walk straight into there. We just blend in, and then some guy comes walking up to us, right? And he goes, like, you guys need to leave. And I was like, oh shit. And he went, but because they're starting up the next panel, so you all need to leave. And I was like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god. And we all went out anyways. I said like hi to Laz and like Wade and stuff, and again, and and met every people. And then we went back to the meet and greet, waited there for ages again for you to finally come out, and then you rocked out and was like, who is that person you're talking to in the queue? And we couldn't figure it out. You rock about with Rice in real time.
My boy was with us. Yes, he was joined us for the meet and greet. So yeah, it's lovely seeing Rice. I'm very happy to get to talk to Rice and be with him. Yeah, it was amazing. And just get to there's so many memories with Rice in real time this weekend. That was it was great. And he had a genius idea of bringing the block encyclopedia to the convention and getting people to sign it, which I just thought was brilliant.
I wish I signed the grass block instead of the carpet. I realize now because of the InsideMC logo that I should have signed that instead.
I did an emerald because I used to have an account called the Emerald King, and that's the reason behind my choice. But yeah, it was just there's a lot of things we did with Rice that whole weekend that I just enjoyed enjoyed so much?
I forgot to mention that when I was inside the panel, I met with Wraith again, and they gave me like this really cool like little badge thing, and it was like hanging down. It's like a little Wraithstation.
Oh yeah,
like,
I got one of those.
Keychain thing. It was really great. But when we all go over, anyways, and I grab you guys and we go back over to the thing, this was at 1:13 p.m. So I'm looking at photos. So the entire weekend I was trying to get, or the entire Saturday I was trying to get the podcast team together. At the convention was me, AJX, Rory Animates, and Tortil. Out of the podcast, you know, the 4 people there. And every single time it was either me, Rory, AJ, me, AJ, Tortil, me, Rory, Tortil. Never once was it 3 of us. So we got a picture of the 3 of us, me, AJ, and Tortil. And then I don't think there's any famous people featured in the background. This is so sad. But then I also got a picture of you, We Choke on Milk, Mighty Brothers, and Rice in Real Time. And that was a good little bit.
That was amazing.
And then we head back to, this is at like an hour later, we're back at the Duck then, and Mighty Brothers starts talking about how Rice looks like Cole Palmer, so we get that little picture of us in a little Cole Palmer celebration. And then Tortil rocks about, and he's like, yo, I'm like, hi, and he went, I was like, oh my god, hello. And
oh yeah, you don't know, I see, I've seen Tortil before, so I knew what he looked like. But yeah, you had no idea, I'm guessing.
No, I had no clue. I'm gonna say something and I'll let you take over, because it makes sense for me to be the one to transition into this. So around 2 o'clock I shoot Avondale a message and I go, hi, I don't think I'm gonna see you at all this weekend, like I just bump into you randomly, can we meet? So he goes like, yeah, sure. Huh?
You were so wrong.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't gonna bump into him at the convention, which I didn't at all.
See.
And I went like, yo, like, can we meet up, please? And he's like, yeah, give me 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, he sends out an email. So obviously he's running late due to something. Sends out an email to us about like seating new arrangements and stuff, which is really fine. Not just us, send it to everyone. Then like 20 minutes after that, he shoots me a message, we're here. And so I say, we? Who's we? So Avondale rocks about with Avondale, Tom Helicars, Lucy, who I've only just recently found out was Lucy, and they were amazing. It's really funny. I knew who Lucy was, and I knew who the person was, like the person I met. I didn't know they were the same person, which was really weird. I must have like subconsciously knew. And Mr. Noxite.
Yes, yeah, that was
so pick
surreal.
This up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they come out. We get talking. So obviously, we'd ended up forming quite a big group of us anyway. But yeah, we got to talk to them.
Massive. It was them 4 and then us 5. It was me, you, Mighty, Tortil. So just the 4 of us, and then you, Hardin, We Choke on Milk made it 5. Sorry to cut you off, by the way.
No problem. So you sort of talked to Avondale, so I'm not exactly sure what you talked about, but I got to talk to I got to talk to Noxcite, Tom Hedicar. It was funny because obviously Noxcite's been on the podcast before, but he obviously isn't going to recognize me because I don't have a face. So he just launches into what his usual spiel must be, which is asking people where they're from. And I went, Nottingham. And he went, you're not real. And I was like, you've literally had this conversation with me before where you asked me where I'm from. I said Nottingham and you were like, no, that's not true. But yeah, that was a surreal experience. We talked about sort of the local area that around Nottingham, I guess, and then sports and so on, because I know Tom Hedicar is a fan of the football. But yeah, it was just a very surreal experience to get to talk to Noxcite for that amount of time, very casually. It was just very casual conversation, very nice, and yeah, we let them know that when the football was on, because they were a bit worried about the football clashing with stuff on
It started at 6 local time. I thought it started at 7 local time. It didn't. It started like just as MCC was meant to be ended. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then just as it ended, the game ended later. But yeah, that was a really just very surreal, but very nice experience, of course, because just getting to talk to people who have made stuff I love. But yeah. What about your side of the conversation?
So you had Tortil, I had my brothers, which is funny, and Chloe, and I like introduced everything, and we're chatting, and we're just talking about like the convention and stuff, and like obviously finding out for a lot of people who don't know this, Avondale I invited them on the podcast back in like January or February, and they constantly kept delaying it, not in like a delaying, oh, I'm delaying it, wait, no, they said it because of like big things, and they said why. I see very much why now. And so we'll probably record sometime later on in the year, definitely, but they like he's like, oh, and I can't really remember full on what we're talking about. All I remember is like my brothers is standing there silently, right, and then when Avondale was talking to Lucy about something, I go, it's fine, don't worry, we'll get the picture. And I think Avondale heard me, and screw it, I'm introducing my brothers. So I tapped my brothers on the back and I went, by the way, this is my brothers, he's a massive fan of MCC. And after Mike was like, why would you do that? I was like, all weekend I was putting Mike in like in quotation marks awkward positions just by throwing him on the spot, and it was so funny. Because I remember when Krinios came on the podcast, he said one of his favorite things to do is like take his friends up to creators or whatever and go, hi, this is this person, they love your content. And I thought, you know what, I'm doing it with Mighty Brothers. So I just tapped on the back and went, I love MCC.
It was funny because Mighty likes MCC a lot, but I wouldn't say he loves it in the way like I do or something.
I know,
which
but...
I'm sure a lot of people don't. But so yeah, he was just like, what if he asked me about something and I just didn't know? I was like, well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't have to worry. I didn't know he said that to you. It was just so funny, like, them in that position. We end up getting a photo, a big, like, group selfie of, like, me. So there's me, Chloe, Tortil, We Choke on Milk, Rice. Rice was there. Rice was on my side talking to Avondale. Sorry, it wasn't Lucy, it was Rice. Yourself, Noxcrew, Lucy, and Avondale, and from Helicars. Then we get a picture of the 6 of us, just me, you, and them. And then we get a picture of just me, you, Avondale, and Nox for the podcast because Avondale wanted it. And I ended up making the banner of me, you, and the Noxcrew, which is just an amazing banner. I love it so much. And yeah, we didn't really talk too much because they had to shoot off and I knew they were busy. But like, it was just nice having a conversation with them. I said, like, if you want to talk anytime, which I know everyone's busy and we're not just have a sit down and have a general conversation. We do end up meeting with them again at one point, but we head off then, and then we go to the Wraithstation meetup,
which was awesome because obviously I know Wraithstation, but we have never interacted before.
Well, Wraithstation is, but yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Same, it's Wraith. It's all the same pattern.
Yeah, Wraith. Yeah. But the whole of the team either. And the first thing Wraith said to me was, "Oh, it's nice to meet you. We both basically work in events and somehow have not managed to speak ever."
Oh yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah, it was just a fun time. It was a good time. I enjoyed meeting Wraith and the crew, and yeah, that was a very fun meet. If not, I remember how long it took us to find where the meetup was happening, so that was quite funny. But yeah, once we got there, it was very cool.
I'm about to find out who they were, and I'm gonna call them out because they were funny. So there was one person at like the big meetup called Sarah, and they work with Wraithstation, and they were handing out the leaflets, the flyers things, and Wraith had already given me one because I wanted one, and they were just making like this running gig of just giving it to me. So I was like, here, have this, and I said, okay, thank you. So I had one. I was like, here, have this. I was like, no, I already have one. I'm good, thank you. And I went, here, take this. I was like, no, I'm okay. This was like not all back to back. This was like in different conversations.
I got
like,
4. Yeah,
they're like, here, take one. I said, no, I'm okay, thank you. And it's like I ended up taking 3 from them in the end, and I had like 5 altogether, I think. Oh no, I took 2 for them. I said, if I'm missing 2, I'll get 2 more from you later, which I didn't because 5 is my lucky number. I had 3, Chloe had 2. That's where I ended up. But they were great, and just a big meetup. I ended up like meeting again with Nomad and Biolun there, and yeah, just we didn't really talk to anyone in the meetup. We got like this really nice big picture for the Wraithstation account, and hopefully, you know, InsideMC might collaborate with Wraith. We got a really cool thing happening on InsideMC that I actually need to talk to you about, AJX. I'll tell you after the podcast. But we got some cool stuff planned for InsideMC coming out at the end of July, start of August, and this is just a whole other thing that isn't even like, this is brand new. Lots of cool stuff planned, and maybe a collaboration with Wraith in a sense. Aside, they're coming on the podcast. Aside from them coming on the podcast, we have another cool possible collaboration. So it was really nice meeting up with them and the team. And then after that, we then go straight to...
Well, we have food. Then we go to the panel.
Oh, wait. Can I say one more thing, actually, before we get food?
Yeah.
We get the full podcast picture.
We did. We finally
Rory was there. So we got the full picture of me, Rory, Tortil, and AJX, the InsideMC team, which technically should be the banner. I think if Tortil and Rory showed their faces, I'd make it the banner. But I don't really... It doesn't make much sense to me to have like 2 things in the banner. So, yes.
Yeah, I went to... where did I go? I went and got food whilst...
Yeah, you ditched us, yeah.
Yeah, I ditched everyone. Because I was so hungry. I'd ate like 2 croissants and I needed
I can run on no
sustenance.
food. I had like 2 biscuits.
I cannot. I get really weak if I do. My body shuts down. So yeah, I went and got more food. And then you guys wanted to get food right after that. So that was... but it just meant that I could tell everyone what to do, which is always a thing. We didn't have the dodgy food, which was good. The extremely dodgy food. That was a dub for us. Anyway.
Oh, true, yeah. We all the food we ate, we got lucky because we were fine.
Anyway, we then went to... from there, we went to the panel, which I think is still up on Twitch. You can still go and watch it. And it was just incredible. I really enjoyed that panel so much. I think it gave me a lot of like, oh, this is what I want to do for the future. And it really pushed me in a way that not much other things did in the convention. I really just took the panel and went, okay, yeah, this is pushing me. This is how I want to improve, to get bigger, to help improve stuff like Mania or Mayhem and so on. But not only that, to improve my own content and such. Yeah, that was a really, really inspiring panel. I was very, very glad we went to see that. I'm sure you have more to say about it.
I gotta say, big up Wraith. I'm not sure if you listened to the last podcast talking about our predictions for TwitchCon, but you did quote retweet the tweet because it mentioned about the MC event panel. So I'm not sure if that was just quote retweet because you saw it. But if you're listening to this right now, panel was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. It had Wraith. It had Owen's Juice.
Firebreath Man
from Power Creations. Firebreath Man. You can say the other two names there. Yeah.
CPK and Wolfie. Of course. CPK was event contestant. Wolfie was from Block Wars, and so was Firebreath Man.
And then Owen's Juice from Power Creations, as I mentioned.
Yeah, yes.
The only thing is that was quite sad, and we'll get into this on Sunday as well, is that they decided to do all the Minecraft stuff or Minecraft event related stuff at the end of the convention. So, for instance, this panel was from 5 till 6 at the end of the convention. So whenever anybody, like when they did the question segment, only like few people got to ask questions. Avondale got to ask a question, which is quite funny. But
that was funny.
You know, it was an amazing panel. So much. I mean, as I predicted on the last podcast, for us two at least, it was relatively stuff that we'd already known anyways.
Yes.
From being player managers. But it was a good little look into the event scene. I know like a few people were saying about like, oh, it's like stuff we know. But if you're in the event scene, of course you're gonna know that if you follow it, or if you're in like close knit with Block Wars or close knit with Mania, close knit with Mayhem, you're gonna know this kind of stuff, right? The panel was purely for people who are trying to get into the scene. I think they had some pretty good stuff that they said. I think they had some good talking points. Few of it agreed. One thing I'd like to say is, and I know I mentioned it as with events, try and get a more variety of a roster. Is what we're trying to do with Mayhem, as you'll hopefully see with the player announcements, the team announcements come out on Saturday. So I think the event should be announced by now. If it's not, here you go. Events on the 20th. But we are trying to look for like a more variety roster, and yeah, it was a really cool panel, and I'm really looking forward to see where the Minecraft event space goes.
Yes, yeah, it was awesome, and I guess I don't really have a lot to say about the rest of Saturday because I went to bed early.
Oh, I do.
So I'll let you sort of deal with the rest, I guess.
So before the panel, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So before the panel started, I got a picture of you, Twiggy, Milk, and Mighty, which is an amazing idea. Then I got my picture with, and I'll read out the pictures for the night because we'll get into that now. Is on TwitchCon Day 2, we got pictures with Avondale, Noxcrew, and then I got one with Sandwich Lord. Then it was Maskyzee, Space, Sarah from the Skin Artist video, and Generis, an MCC Rising participant. Then honorable mentions were Rice in Real Time, Nomad, and Bulian. They were the Day 2 ones. So we go home, we get food. No, I don't know. I can't remember. I think we got food. No, we got food at the convention. Sorry, we didn't get food. We go out, and then we're meant to go out drinking with like a group of people. It just didn't really work out as it was meant to. Mighty ended up going out with that group of people, but like, you know, me and Chloe ended up not doing it, and AJX ended up then going back to the hotel room. So me and Chloe were like, we still want to go out. So I messaged Generis and I said like, I was going to invite Generis to join this group of people anyways at one point, but because obviously that fell through, we decided to go and do our own thing. So I met up with Generis and one of their MCC Rising 2 participant like teammates, Marky Sparky, who was absolutely amazing, by the way. Never interacted with him before. Great. We met them at Pizza Express. Me and Chloe got a pepperoni pizza to share, as well as an alcoholic beverage. I bought them both around as well, and then we went off to find somewhere to drink. So we was walking around for ages, right? Absolutely ages, and we ended up finding this like little pub on this big strip, and so we're sitting there having a drink, me, Marky, Generis. That big group that it fell through with, that had Mighty and stuff, they were right there on the same strip, so it was a little bit awkward, but it was fine. I mean I did care at the time. I don't really care too much now. It was fun. We had a great time, and then also on like the same strip, like we saw Avondale and Nox walk past, and I was gonna call out to them and be like, yo, but I was like, I probably shouldn't, because like they're kind of just chilling on their own. I think they said afterwards that it would have been fine if I yelled out to them and said hi, but I was like, you know what, they're doing their own thing. I don't want to disturb them, you know. And then like on the same strip, it's like Akko, Film, CPK, loads of people, and Marky has a friend who lives in Rotterdam called Bob. So we called, so they called them, and then Bob came to join us, and they were absolutely amazing. Their vibes were great, and there was just 5 of us sitting there having a drink. Had a good few rounds. I match what people are drinking as long as it's not shit. So they were drinking beer, so I matched their beer, and it was so easy because I'm a Guinness drinker, and Guinness is very strong, so it's very hard to drink. So when you give me soothing alcohol, it's so easy. I don't get tipsy easily. It's easy to drink. The issue is I don't get tipsy easily, but then after walking, I suddenly get drunk. So with Guinness, I go tipsy then drunk, but with this kind of alcohol, I just go straight to drunk. I skip the tipsy phase, which is strange because I drink so much in quick succession that eventually when I stop drinking, that's when the alcohol starts to settle in. But when I'm drinking so so fast, it doesn't have a chance to like kind of register. And then I end up messaging Mighty going like, look, are you done? Like, do you want to come over? So Mighty comes over, and my girlfriend gets a vodka and coke, doesn't want it. So there's like this, but in Rotterdam, right, you order like a one shot vodka, like one vodka and coke, right, and they give you half a glass of vodka. It's mental.
Yeah, they did the same with JD and coke. It was very strong.
But with alcohol, I'm never gonna let it go to waste. I just can't. Even if it's alcohol I hate the taste of, and I like vodka, so it's fine. And then Mighty Brothers goes, down that, you won't. So half a glass of vodka, I drink in one go. So prove him wrong. So fuck you,
Which
Mighty
I
Brothers
also
one.
did.
Okay, all right, big flex.
The next day. Yeah, it is a big flex because I know what happens next to you.
Would you? So we're walking back. I'm like drunk at this point. I'm still in full control. I'm only just on the verge of being drunk. Like, I'm not really drunk. I'm just like wavy, and you know, nothing's fuzzy, nothing's blurry. I'm fine. And we take Mighty Bros back to the hotel because like it's like our parent instincts kicking in. As in, whenever I'm with someone, if it's just us, I like to make sure they get home safe. It's just what I do. I just couldn't bear the thought of like something happening in a different country, and I'm like, oh crap, I was just with them. I knew Jen and Marky were fine to get home on their own because they're older, but like Mighty's a bit younger, so I know he didn't need babying. I just chose to do it. So we take him back to the hotel, and we get back to our hotel. A rough night. When you go to bed being drunk, you have to see through the dizziness. I did not see through the dizziness. I couldn't see through the dizziness. And we ended up getting kebab shop, actually, I should add. Mike got a kebab, I got chips. Chloe got chips. I had a very bad night, and the next morning was very, very rough. Getting into Sunday here, the perfect transition. I woke up, I was really unwell, being sick, toilet. To be fair, I had like 9 rounds and I was mixing my drinks, so it's my issue. I chose to do it. It's actually the best I've handled a hangover, which is weird because I didn't leave my hotel room until 12 o'clock. But normally I'm sitting there constantly, like at home, I'm like sitting there letting it really affect me, and I'm getting really, really unwell. This is like the best I've ever like handled it. But then again, also, like I said, Guinness is a lot stronger tasting, so it kind of hits you a bit more. But yeah, wake up 12, tell you I'm fucked. And how was your morning?
Honestly, I think I had the most energy out of anyone that second day. I was so energized, so ready for everything. Because I went to bed early. Yeah, my morning was great, apart from the fact Mighty Brothers snores very loudly. We went to the S-tier meet and greet, which was very cool. Mighty dabbed up everyone at that meet and greet. That was very funny. There's a video. I don't think he's posted it yet, but he probably will this time next week when you're watching this, where he's just dabbed up every single. So it was JoJo Solos, Fruit Berries, Fire Breath Man, and Pizza Hut. And yeah, he dabbed them all up. Of course, they all went on to be the top 4 in Ace race as well. So giving him his power. And yeah, Fire Breath Man recognized me there. We sort of talked about our predictions for the event, and he mentioned the fact he knew exactly who I thought was going to win, which was him. And yeah, that was pretty much all I did. That we went and got the loot from the loot cave. We got gifts to some people, so that was nice. And yeah, then you met up with us about 12 o'clock.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So, kind of to link back into the drinking thing here. When I go drinking, right? If someone says I'm going to go drinking, I'm going to go drinking. I find out, and if it's not true, I don't know. The group Mighty Brothers with Mighty Brothers, they only had 2 rounds, okay? So obviously the next morning they were all completely fine getting into the convention at 9 a.m. They said they were going drinking. 2 rounds is not drinking, okay?
Sounds like this is going to start a controversy.
No, I know Mighty Brothers only had 2 rounds. I can't speak for everyone, okay? I know there's a few other creators who got quite drunk on the Saturday in another thing. And once again, I don't know the full people who were with Mighty. Some of them might have got drunk. But for the most part, I think most of them are fine. And I woke up to the convention at 12 o'clock. I am hungover. I feel like shit. I've had 2 biscuits.
Hungover.
I'm still hungover? No, I'm not.
You were so hungover.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm at this point, like, I have had 2 biscuits that I brought back up from being unwell. And I woke up to the convention and I feel like shit. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. And I said to Chloe, like, the thing is, right, I was sitting in a hotel room and I said, fuck it, let's just go. Because she went to McDonald's to get food, right? And I said, like, screw it, let's just go. And she went, are you sure? I said, yes, fuck it. I said, the more I sit in a hotel room, the more I'm thinking about it, okay? So I got to the convention. I got a little bit unwell at the convention. Nothing physical. I had a bit of a bad turn. I went to the toilet, but nothing. I was all fine because I didn't really have anything to be able to. And we then go to the loot cave to meet you. And Corryway's there in his MCC jersey. So I went up to him, I was like, hi Corryway. I was like, hi. And it's like, oh, nice to meet you. I was like, I'm Orbitzz. He went, hi. Everyone, same reaction. And then he turned to like the person he's with and he's like, this is Orbitzz. Like, they were the one who did the interview on me. And I went, oh. And I was like, hi. And it's like, hi. I said, I'm trying to collect podcast guests, got the picture of Chloe away. And then we go back out and we meet you. And then we go up to the vending machine, get some drinks. Chloe said to get a Sprite, and it did really help. Although I'm not a massive fan of Sprite, but it did do the trick. And then we go to the Minecraft meetup.
Yes, that was amazing. It was just it was pretty much everyone that played Minecraft in one room. You had people from like Sandwich Lord and Coroway there, to people like us and so on, the Goobers, Crown Quest, so many different walks of Minecraft life, that was such an amazing just thing to do. I think it was really cool just meeting so many people. It was also just amazing for me because every time I'd walk up to you, instead of you explaining things, I'd just be like, yeah, look, I'm AJX, and people would go, oh, I did not expect you to look like that. That's what I got from Wade. It was nice. I got big hugs from like Wade and Aragon. I got to talk to Newt. I got to talk to Rafe again and the crew. Mighty Brothers was arm wrestling everyone, including Wolfie. And who else did Mighty Brothers arm wrestle? I'm sure there was someone
Jack Cass, myself, and Rice in Real Time, I think.
I didn't want to snap his arm, so I didn't take part. That was very funny. Just getting to talk to everyone was awesome. Me and Mighty decided to go around the room and dab everyone up, which was funny.
I think the nice thing about you this weekend as well is like you took the mask off when you were like talking to people and stuff. Like when was rocking about the Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
thing. You didn't have the mask on the entire time, which was nice. It was nice to see like confidence in it.
I think I look amazing. I just don't want to share my face.
Well, no, which is completely fine. That's why you faced this. I just thought it was really cool. And so at the thing, I'm standing at the table and I secure a table for myself because I'm hungover and I'm fucked. And then we end up doing like arm wrestles, and I convinced I know Mighty Brothers was like, oh, like talking about arm wrestle, and this was me again putting him in an awkward position. So I turn around and I go, Wolfie, and he goes, hi, and I'm like, can you arm wrestle Mighty Brothers 1? And he went, yeah, sure. Mighty was like, what? So that's how that came to be, and that video and everything. And
yes,
which was just very funny.
Glad he didn't break his arm.
So glad Wolfie didn't break his. Ooh.
I'm more meant because what happened that afternoon, but never mind.
Sorry, yeah. But then we're rocking about the meet and greet. The meetup. It was quite interesting, like the amount of people there who like people didn't really know. Like it was a Minecraft meetup, but it was very much dominated by a certain scene, which is the event scene. But like there was other people there, like Corey, Avondale and stuff rocked up. What?
I should say there's two people recognized me, and they were lovely. And I think they thought they came across awkwardly. But no, it was the greatest experience of my life.
Can you say who it is?
Recognized, and I cannot remember their names.
Oh no!
I apologize to both of them, but that was the greatest experience of my life. You are awesome.
But like Avondale was there, and you and Mighty decided you wanted to dab everyone up.
Yes, that was funny.
So my brothers goes, I want to dab up Avondale. I'm like, okay. And then at this point, right, and I'll leak it for the sake of leaking. Later that night, there's an after party, right? It's not a private one. It's not been arranged by Twitch Rivals, so it's not like a whitelist. It's literally just don't tell anybody about it, but you can bring +1s. At this time, me and AJ didn't know, because me, AJ and Chloe, because I got them it. I didn't fully do it because AJ's part of the podcast team, but more so Chloe. I mean, it was me who did it, but like you still got it through being AJX. But we didn't know that it was like thing. So Mighty wasn't at this point coming. So I got up to Avondale, we're chatting away, and then I go like, and then I was like, sure, I just asked the question. So I was like, yo, like thing is like, yeah, like just don't tell anyone about it. And I went, oh, also, can Mighty dab you up? And Mighty was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So they like dabbed each other up, and it was also Avondale's birthday, so I went and wished him a happy birthday as well. Oh man, I absolutely fucking loved putting Mighty in all positions the entire time. And then we walk around, walk about. I meet Smalland. Certainly Lads is talking to this person, right? I go up and I do my little thing, and then Certainly Lads goes, oh, this is Orbitzz. I went, hi, nice to meet you. And they went, yeah, I'm Skeppy's editor. And I was like, oh, sick, hello. Toonie Studios. We got talking, and they were really, really cool. Like added on Discord and stuff, part of the whole like making connections with people at the convention. And it was just like really sick to like meet new people, met Smalland, and you know, we did the big Goobers photo as well, which was really, really cool. And Minecraft meetup was really nice. A lot of people kind of came up to me and said hello. There was a lot of the lads there. I think it was Groovers who was handing out like the Block Wars stickers. I finally got my Block Wars sticker. It was really, really cool to just like meet so many people in one place.
Exactly. It was awesome. But then I made us leave. I made you panic. Let us leave because I wanted food really. Because what did we have next after the meetup?
So we left the meetup then, and it was like you let off a little pet thing of like there's a certain group of people who are going to try and get to the VIP scene first for the best seats. Turned out I didn't didn't actually really fucking matter in the end, but at this point we didn't know, and it was like, we need to get there first. So we go, ready for our VIP seating, and Freeberries is there. So I went, hi Freeberries, and so a little bit of lore here for the listeners. So before the convention, I was on a call with Freeberries for a video, and I said to him, look, like, if you remember it and no one else asked you for it, can I get your Twitch Rivals sign? Because I really wanted it, and he didn't really want to lug it all the way back to America. And I was like, yeah, sure. So when I met him in person, I completely forgot to remind him, and I was gonna message him, but I was like, you know what, no, he's getting pressed for MCC, I don't want to ruin it. I message him afterwards, and I go like, look, I don't know if you come to the after party, but do you have to sign by any chance? And he went, I left it in the convention. And I went, no. So I nearly had a Fruitberries Twitch Rival sign on my wall, which were doing so funny. Maybe next time I'll get someone else's, but I met up with him, and like, so I'm standing there, right, ready to go in, waiting for us to get escorted in, and someone comes up to me, and big shout out to you, by the way, and I'll say your name in a second. They come up to me and they go, are you Orbitzz? And I went, hi. And they went, oh my god, hello. Like, I know you and I went, oh my god, hello. And it's like, can I get your signature? And I was like, sure. And I've never given anyone an autograph. I gave it to like Max last year. My autograph has changed since then. I think it looks a lot better now, but I never given one before. It's like Orbs and then with a Z. I was like, yeah, sure. And I went, oh, like, it's so cool to meet you. And I went, do you know, like, because they said they like the podcast. I was like, you know, there's like a few other people on the podcast here if you want to meet them. And they said, oh, and I said, like, AJX is here, Rory, Mighty Brothers, who was on podcast, but Mighty Brothers is in. And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you want to meet them and get their signatures? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I took them up to you, Mighty, and Rory Animates, and he got signatures from all of you as well, which was just really, really cool. But it was just mental, like someone coming up to me and be like, yo, can I get your autograph?
Yes. That was awesome. As I said, those sort of experiences are really just truly amazing. So yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, and from there we managed to get in. Our seating was amazing, but I know the Noxcrew had some issues with the seating. I still think our seating was pretty amazing in terms of where we were placed and so on. But I know the Noxcrew had some problems with the seating and VIP seating because obviously Twitch Rivals is always taking place there. So there's a whole crowd already, and so it wasn't like a queue for MCC or anything. There was people already just in. So I think actually Mighty Guy managed to get better seatings.
I think we had better seating, so we were dead center, and and it was like, yeah, sure. So I was like, okay. So so my brothers got to go and sit with Kai and them, which was really, really nice. So we ended up but yeah, thank you very much, Kai. Sorry, I zoned out there. Thank you very much, Kai, for letting Mighty sit with you, and Mighty, there you go. It was great. Twitch Rivals is great, and they do a great job. I mean, where we were sitting, we were right on the edge, and we had luckily enough people who were meant to be there. Like behind us was Scotto AC, Truelist, Nomad and Rice, and then in front of us was Bulun and Sakura Radio, and then in front of them was like Kaizo and like Mod Team and stuff like that. So it was really cool that we got that, and but yeah, it was a bit messy. We got our pictures. Avondale lobbed like an MCC like waffle thing at me, and I got my picture, but I gave it to Sakura Radio and Bulun in front because, you know, it was just nice to give it to them. And then MCC Twitch Rivals begins.
Yes, honestly, they couldn't have asked for a better event. Obviously, survival games straight away. I'd already talked about this before. Green and purple are very sweaty PvP teams. They have some of the best PvP players from their country on. So those teams absolutely sweat up the competition survival games. I know Codified got like 7 kills in survival games, which is very high, or something similar to that. Maybe it was 9. But anyway, those two teams destroyed. It was very much what I expected, and they got that out of the way quickly, I guess. I should also mention before we go into that, the hosting was amazing. Kara, Jack, and I can't remember the main host. I apologize.
I had the name Ian Chambers.
Yes, thank you, Ian. That's what I remember now, because every time they said Ian, I'd think of We Choke on Milk. Yeah, that was amazing. They were really, really, really good and super solid, and just all the people around who were working on it were amazing. I know there was the guy at the front, the floor manager that Wade Box knows.
Yes, the person dancing with the pride flag. They did an amazing job.
Yes, they were incredible throughout. And so yeah, solid job by Twitch Rivals and of course the Noxcrew. Just incredible work all through the event. Yeah, really, really well done. Then we went into, I can't remember what game 2 was. Was it Hole in the Wall? Oh no, it was Rocket Spoof Rush, which had a few shocks in there. We had our first Wolfie first place individual, and we had a few other crazy first places that we weren't expecting, so that was awesome. And yeah, just the crowd noise during those times. I mean, the crowd noise for all the teams was amazing, but you know, certain teams obviously got a lot more love than others, and just how huge sometimes the crowd was for some participants and so on, and how loud everyone would be was just incredible. And obviously we'll talk about the big finale as well. Then we had Bingo But Fast, which was always going to be the third game, but of course they were doing it in real life, and that
you've said the wrong name, by the way. I'm sorry, not so people aren't
sorry
confused.
Not Bingo But Fast. Yes. Build Mart, but real life. Build Mart but IRL, that's what it was called. So yeah, that was pretty incredible. So basically the teams were split into 5 each side. One teammate had to get the blocks, one teammate had to basically give the blocks. One teammate was cycling around on a tricycle, and they'd have to take the block from from where you pick up the blocks to their 2 teammates who were making the builds. And there was 3 builds to make. You had to make all 3 using all separate blocks, and the quickest to make all 3 would win. It was incredible. It was so much fun. It was so funny, and I loved that experience. It did take a long time to set up and so on, but it was so worth it, just to have that Build Mart but real life experience. And obviously we'll talk about later, everyone got to take a block home, which was very cool. Well, not everyone, but you know, as many people as there were blocks got to take one home. So that was really cool to take home. A bit of MCC history is absolutely phenomenal. And then from there, what was it afterwards? It was Hole in the Wall next, which was another Wolfie classic where he absolutely killed it. Yeah, that was just intense. There were so many clutch moments with the Wolfie going nearing around the wall like the great Technoblade once did before. And then there was Ace Race, which was, I reckon that's the best ever, just the event as ever. I think Ace Race kind of, out of the main game, and that Ace Race kind of the peak. You obviously had the crowd cheering and screaming, and then you had it was a 5-way battle up until the last lap. Jojo Solos, Fruitberry, Sandwich Lord, Pizza Hut, and Fire Breath Man, and CPK actually all were battling for the lead. And then on the final lap, Fire Breath Man and Pete managed to streak ahead. And honestly, it was to the line. That was just an incredible moment for MCC. I'm so glad I got to watch it, especially as Ace Race is just my favorite game. I love that moment so much, and it was just incredible to see. And then we had the new game, which is interesting. It's still got a lot to be discovered and how to play it. And it did feel weird that was the last game as well. Can't remember. What is it called? Gold Rush.
The minecart game mode.
Yeah.
Oh god, why is it called?
I just completely. Oh, Railroad Rush.
Railroad Rush.
That was a lot of fun though, and obviously it decided our finalists, who were the purple team, who came first place, our German team, versus the cyan team, who were Wolfie, Jeremy Freezer, I hope I'm saying that right, Snifferish, and so on. The only 5 up. It was 5 up. Of course it was 5 up. My bad. I love 5 up. I mean, to start off with, Wolfie absolutely destroyed the first round. The first round, there was not a shot missed, which is the first time in MCC history that's ever happened. No one missed a single shot. And it just came down to the fact that I'm pretty sure no one missed a single shot. Maybe the other team did. Maybe Purple did. But it just came down to the fact that Purple were obviously incredible PvP wise and could aim and shoot bows like incredibly. But they don't have like the MCC ice tech, which of course the ground on MCC for Dodgebot was made out of ice, and they just did not have that tech down. So that was interesting. That definitely caused a bit of mischief and mayhem. But then they managed to kill Wolfie very first the next round and swept the rest of the team under the rug very quickly. Third round took a lot longer, a lot closer, but it ended up being generally taking it home for the team, for our wonderful Cyan team, Cyan Coyotes. And then again, it was quite a close round, but Purple once again take it home and take it to the final, which I talk about Ace Race peaking. but it goes down to a 1v. It might be in a 1v3 for a second, but it's definitely a 1v2. I haven't got back to. I haven't yet edited any clips, so I can't remember. But yeah, it was definitely a 1v2, and it was just Snifferish versus the world at that moment. And somehow Snifferish manages to clutch that 1v2, despite missing the first 2 shots. Manages to dodge their 2 shots, and then fires one after another and takes the victory. And the crowd raised off their seats in unison. It's the closest I've been to like F1. I've been to a lot of sports over my time, ice hockey and so on. That is the closest it's felt to like a football game where everyone just rises out their seat, starts celebrating. It was incredible. Just the crowd atmosphere, Cyan winning, the screams, the happiness shared by so many people. Obviously, big commiseration to Purple. I went up and got a fist pump at the end, but they were awesome. Yeah, there was obviously the fan favorites of Wolfie, Jerry, 5UP, and Snifferish taking home that victory. It just felt incredible. And I predicted that team. I'll be honest, I predicted that team to come last. I did not think that team would come first. We've had Wolfie in Mayhem before, and Wolfie is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but has never like been a top frag in Mayhem or anything like that, and just showed everyone what he was about at that event. And it was just incredible. Yeah, it was one hell of an event. Once again, congratulations to the Noxcrew and Twitch Rivals and all the players playing and the commentary team, everything. But just what a wonderful event to put on.
Who was it you fist bumped again, sorry?
It was one of the purple team. I'm not sure which one.
Oh, how did you do that?
When we were getting our block,
cool.
they were still hanging about. So I just, I don't know if they could understand English. I think they can, probably.
One of them definitely couldn't.
I did not.
The little interview that happened was very, very nice.
I think I fist bumped with him. So, but that was cool.
So Snifferish 1v2'd the Fabo and Let's Hugo, and they that's who they killed, and it's a double elimination at bottom of the screen. And when like watching that live was just mental. It was nearly green and cyan in the final, which like if I'm being dead honest, I think like people would have been still interested in it, but it wouldn't have been as like hype as it was, because I mean like the reason cyan was so
you
hype
mean
is
green and
was,
purple.
Is that not what I said?
You said green and cyan in the final.
I first said green and purple and then cyan. Okay, anyways. Okay, but yeah, I was going to say that like green and purple in the final would have been cool, but like the reason it was so good cyan being in the final was because like they're like these are MCC related people, and I know green had Shadoon on it. The rest of them aren't really MCC based. They're cool, but not MCC based, and same as purple. However, I will be honest in saying I am so happy cyan won, and I was 100% rooting for them. But I'm very much like I love like kind of stories or like lore or whatever.
This was country.
Had purple have won it, considering that entire team had just won the Twitch Rivals prior, I think that would have also been quite cool. I wouldn't have been as satisfied, but for the sake of story lore, I think it would have been a cool scenario. That's just how I am with liking that kind of stuff. But I'm very happy Cyan won. I watched back the reaction that the crowd gave, including us two, from time to time, and just the reaction is just mental. We stand up, we're screaming, we're shouting. Me and you were celebrating. Oh, it was so nice. It was so nice.
Yeah, it was huge. So yeah, congratulations to the whole of Cyan team. As I say, congratulations to everyone. And the event was just incredible. Yeah,
we could sit here talking for ages about like MCC, and I really want to go into so much more depth. But if we describe everything that we saw and what happened, then there's no point. Johnny HT.
I have videos of that.
Yeah, exactly, and I have pictures. Johnny HT won a custom signed gold block because he got the answer cave game right, and they were throwing stuff into the crowd for people to grab. So they were giving away signed shirts and stuff like that. But you know what, AJ? There's a few things. It's cool. You can be jealous, of course, but I think a lot of cool things happened to you in the nighttime, which we'll talk about anyways.
Yeah, they were.
But I just, while we're here, I want to give like a massive props and massive credit to the casters. Obviously, as you may all know, me and AJ, well, more so me right now, AJ will start jumping on the train. Have been getting very much into casting, and just to watch like Jack do his first ever casting and for it to be live on the big stage, he did an absolutely amazing job. He was a natural. He did so good. Kara and Ian, they're so good. They did last year's one as well. Like, it's just congrats to all of the MCC participants if anyone is listening to this, and congrats to the casters. They were just so good. It was just so surreal, man. It was such a cool opportunity. So like, I'm so grateful as well to the Noxcrew for letting us get the nice seating and like letting us be there to watch that from such a good angle. And yeah, just so much, such a cool experience. And then, as you said, as we was leaving, we got blocked. I carried my gold block the entire way home, which I have a fun story about, so I'll save it. But we ran, we got the blocks, and then we headed back to our hotel rooms, the four of us, met back up, and then we went somewhere.
Yes, we went to the MCC after party, which was incredible. Just an incredible experience. I don't know how much I want to say, but okay. So we start off. We get to the place that was held. I'll keep that shush for now,
just in case.
Yeah, just in case, because obviously it'll be once again in Rotterdam next year, Twitch Rivals, and if they want to do that again, then I don't want to be saying. But it was a lovely venue, and the England game's on because obviously the England football was on at the same time as MCC, and the first experience I have at that pub or that bar, whatever you want to call it, is celebrating with a bunch of MCC people. Jude Bellingham's incredible goal as he scores to take England to extra time. That was just that's going to be such a core experience, memory for me, celebrating that goal. What a goal it was, and that sort of really kick-started the night and the craziness that would go on. I had such a nice time. I talked to so many people, got to talk to a bunch of a bunch of the players, got to talk to let's just say Loopy Noxite. That was very funny because he went, I don't know any of you guys, and then he looked at me and went, I know you.
Wait, when did this happen? Sorry.
This happened just before we left, coming around telling everyone we were leaving. We were going to try and find a bar close by.
When he didn't know anyone except for you.
So no, he went up to the group I was with, and he went, we're about to leave, and he went, I don't know any of you guys, and then he went, oh, I know you, and then I got a Noxite hug, which again, very strange.
I didn't even get a Noxite hug. What the heck?
Funnily, Mighty got a Noxite hug as well, despite being told that he didn't know who he was.
That's cool.
So yeah, that was a very cool moment. Again, I'll let you talk about the bar.
Yeah, let's not skip to the leaving part just yet.
As I say, I mean, I did stuff like darts with a bunch of people, chilled out, just hanging out. Yeah, it was nice.
So your thing was like, you went around to one people, but you kind of stuck with your group. I kind of used it as I didn't use it to do this on purpose. I was just talking to a bunch of different people. So I got around, I did a little talk with Agni and Sparrowy, absolutely amazing. Mostly known for MCC and moderation and Twitch mods, etc. I had a nice little talk with. So night kind of started off with me and us kind of sitting down on a big table for me, and then me and Chloe get a bit hungry. So a few people go out to the kebab shop outside. Me and Chloe opted out of it, which I'm very grateful for, as we'll get into. But we decided to eat the venue, so I'm like, you know what, fine. And then so sorry, actually before this, we're watching the game upstairs, but the TV's delayed, so we hear a bunch of people screaming, and we're like, on our TV, they're only just taking the bloody corner kick. I must say, absolute disgrace. South get out, because that was the fact that we have to go to extra time, and the second game would have been played by the time this podcast comes out. I'm predicting, and I hate to say it, I would love to see England win it, but I think Switzerland are going to beat us. This will be known by the time this podcast comes out. But anyway, so back to what I was saying, was at the table, and I went up and I was like, I'll go and get us food now, and we ate our food. And then after this, I kind of just went around talking to people. I went and played pool with Ducksworth, Dijon, Nukri, that group, and then I got up to the bar for another drink. So I made sure not to drink so much. I think I had 4 or 5 rounds, and it didn't actually affect me at all. And this is what I mean, it's only when I mix, and I just kept the beer, and it was a different beer, but it was beer at the end of the day. And I got to the bar now, and I see Carl, and I'm like, oh, hi, and they're talking to someone. I'm like, hi, sorry to interrupt your conversation. And I went nice to meet you, I'm Orbitzz. And they went, and this is Carl, went, oh, Orbitzz? And I went, podcast. And I went, oh, thank you. And I was like, so what do you do? And I went, InsideMC, I interviewed you. And I went, oh my god, hi. And then the person they're sitting with, who later found out to be Twitty, they turn around and go, AJX? I went, nah, the other one. They went, oh my god, hi. So anyways, I introduced them to you. It's just really funny. I won't obviously leak every conversation, just the funny moments that I'm sure they won't mind. I saw that Sukara had put out like a tweet saying they were giving out badges and stickers, and I didn't get one. So I said to him like, do you still have the badges by any chance? And she was like, yeah, of course. I went, oh my god. So me and Chloe got like a badge and a sticker each, which I'm very grateful for, because the crow is amazing. And we get talking to Twitty and Cara and stuff, and then there's a point where I'm talking to like Bullion and oh no, is it? Yeah, and I think it's Bullion and Sukara, and then we're talking to Ghosty as well, and then we're chatting away, and then I just kind of just bonded with different people. Went up to Shadoon, congratulated them on their performance, and I was like, I'm Orbitzz, and I went, oh god, hi. Like I didn't even have to introduce InsideMC, they just knew who I was, which was really cool. And I was just talking away to people was like really, really nice, and it was just a great time. And then they're kicking people out at 11 o'clock because it was shutting, and they're saying like bye to everyone, like they're telling everyone to go out and stuff like that. So we all got outside, and there's a massive crowd of like 70 of us, right? And so I talked in that time. I think I talked to Lexi, I talked to Pizza Hut, I talked to like a few people, and then like we're chatting away, and I have never seen AJX one man have so much aura to go shush, and everybody dropped silent. Noxcrew turned around and went, quiet, shh, and everyone just went, the street went silent, and I was like, I have never seen someone with so much aura. Oh my fucking god. So take this one away.
Okay. So basically we wanted to head back into the town because no bar around there was going to take us, so we wanted to head back towards the main city where everyone was mainly staying, and sort of head back there. So we all got on a singular tram, or about 70 of us got onto a singular tram and headed back into the city. And then once we were there, it was decided that we wanted to go and see the suspicious gnome, is what I'll call it. I got to talk to a lot of people that night as well, which was amazing. And I thank every one of them. I feel like I'm going to keep most of them private. But yeah, that was amazing. But so that was wonderful to get to talk to so many people I like, know and respect. But there's never been anything like it in my life than leading, because it was right near where I stayed at my hotel, leading 70 people that I just respect so much and have so much admiration for, to a very suspicious gnome. That is something that I will never forget, because no one knew where it was apart from me. So I guess a few people did, but it was I knew exactly where it was. I was taking everyone there, and yeah, that was one of the craziest experiences of my life, leading almost all 70 people to this very suspicious gnome, and that'll be something I never forget. That was crazy.
And obviously I won't talk too much about the night, because it was just a good night, and I don't want to waffle about it too much.
Yes, exactly.
But like, so I won't go into too much details, but just know it was a really good night. We ended up all drinking. I bought a few people rounds, because that's like my way of showing appreciation for coming on the podcast, is as many people as I could, because I didn't obviously want to spend all my money. I bought like
buy me around.
No, but I didn't need to show appreciation for you, because I think I did a lot to show my appreciation for you already, AJX. But I know I'll buy you around next time. But
guilt trip to remember.
I met like I like talked to a few people that was like I've said a little bit on stream, which is now unlisted, so it's like a one time here. If you were there, you were there. But for the podcast, because it's going to be out publicly, I won't go into too much details of the night. But it was a good night. Ended up getting back to the hotel at 3 a.m. Posted the pictures for the day, which was with, here we go, here is Dave Who pictures, Coryway, Snifferish and Apakuna, Fruit Berries, and then honorable mentions were Smalland, Skyrovenom, who's just a good friend, I mean Bendo's twin, right? And then Trillist, Rice in Real Time, Nomad, Scott OAC, and AJX. Woo! And that's Sunday, right? We haven't got too long, because I know you gotta go and the other stream, so we'll run through Monday pretty quickly here before doing the outro. The Monday, because it's the final day, we're gonna go into not too much depth. So I'll let you say yours, and then I can waffle about Monday myself quickly.
And so we woke up really late, because obviously we were a little bit hungover. We checked out our hotel. Me and Mighty then went and got McDonald's, which is why we were really late to the football, although we weren't the latest. Basically, there'd been a football match arranged by Fulham and Acco that was taking part at the Feyenoord Stadium, or just outside the Feyenoord Stadium. It's a sports complex there. And it was between a bunch of teams that Acco had made and a bunch of teams that Team Fulham had made, and it was incredible. What an event! It was very fun to be a part of. Me and Mighty Brothers won. We're assistant referees to Rice in Real Time, who's an actual referee in real life, if you did not know that. So he actually has, like, he's a proper referee. He knows what he's doing. And I've been an assistant a few times before, and it was a fun game. It was a lot of fun to do. It meant I got burnt, but that's all right.
We got sun cream. We were given sun cream by Akko. Our team was really nice.
I had to go and get some anti-sun afterwards yesterday. It was a really nice day. I did the reffing for the last quarter because we split into quarters because we're not professional athletes.
Rice wanted to play as well. Yeah,
Rice wanted to play. And I have done refereeing before, so it was fine. Not that I'd really needed to make any big decisions on that game. And yeah, it was just a really really nice time. Also, the funniest thing that happened to me during that was we all signed shirts afterwards, and I signed the shirt AJX, obviously, and I was like, because it was really difficult to write with the pens on the shirts, I was like, thank God my name's 3 letters. And Fulham looks at it and goes, "Oh, you're AJX. Oh, damn." So that was the funniest, which was extra funny because I'd actually hang about with Fulham the night before.
So we end up going to shop quickly beforehand as well, and then we meet with a few of the lads on the train, walk to the complex with them, and then we get there, and obviously I'm fully kitted out, got the shirt which I'm gonna frame, which is really really cool. I'm gonna put in a shirt frame, and then the ones with pictures, so I'm gonna print out the massive 100%. Picture of
100% you should do that.
I'm also printing out the massive picture of everyone standing in between the goal, and I'm gonna put it underneath the shirt. It's gonna be really really cool, and it was just such a sick experience. My highlights: I nutmegged BJR. So the ball's coming down, I do leg, and then before that I wanted to play midfield, and this was when I was in midfield this happened, but to start off the game I was benched, and when I subbed on I came on in centre back because no one really wanted to play defence. While in centre back I conceded a goal after instantly coming on, but later on in the match I sent a beautiful through ball to Ollie Heikey Hate Me. My passes were amazing, and it's why I wanted to start in midfield because I sent a few some beautiful passes, and I had some pretty good moments. Sadly didn't get a goal, didn't actually get a single shot the entire game, but then we did a penalty shootout, and I technically scored the winning goal.
You scored the winning penalty.
So that was pretty sick. All nerves on my play. Whoa, what was that sudden weird cut about? Hello, Editor Orbitzz here. First time in podcast history, I am recording the rest of the podcast at a later date on my own. It is currently Tuesday at 7 p.m. BST. This podcast comes out tomorrow, and you're probably wondering, why is he doing this? Why did it randomly cut? Because the audio crashed. The rest of the podcast was lucky enough to stay. However, I forgot to ask AJ to record his audio, and because of it, we lost the rest of the files. So I'm going to give you a quick little rundown because I want to get this edited and exported, like I mentioned. So, game ends. I scored a winning penalty. There's obviously a few more penalties taken afterwards. AJ and Mighty Brothers then sadly have to go. Didn't get to say goodbye to them because I went inside to get changed and have a quick shower. So I missed a goodbye. However, he didn't. I don't think he said really too much about his travel home. They just got on a boat. They, then docked in England. I think on the Tuesday morning or something along those lines. Mighty Brothers then left with Rechoke on milk, and AJX then went back home, and that was the end of their TwitchCon journey. And then we recorded the podcast the day after. As for me, once the game ended, I said goodbye to people, and then me and Chloe split off. We went to go and get food, and then we went and just chilled at the hotel for the rest of the night. I think we were gonna go out or go somewhere. We went to Urban Outfitters. I bought 2 brand new really really cool t-shirts. I love them. You might see me wearing them at one point if I post my face more, if I post I don't know, for next time I go to a convention I might wear it, who knows. But bought some really cool t-shirts from Urban Outfitters. Then we went back. My legs were done in. I mean, my foot is still killing me, and it's Tuesday, so it was a really really good time. And then on the Tuesday we left the hotel at about 10 o'clock when I got the Eurostar. I had my gold block. I made it my mission to carry the gold block the entire way home. A lot of people were like, why didn't you just fold it up, or why didn't you just put it here? No, that's boring. So my gold block and I went to 4 different countries in about 4 hours. We started off in the Netherlands, we went to Belgium, we went to France, and then we went to England. On the way through border control from Brussels to London, and my bracelet that I've had for about 2.5 years sadly snapped then and there. Didn't get quite 2 of the pieces of it. Really really sad. My mum said it before that once a bracelet snaps it means its time has come, and I'm gutted because my partner got it for me, but it's fine, it's okay. We got through. Train was delayed by about an hour, so we got compensation, which was like 20 quid, but it didn't actually affect us. We didn't care. But But you know, if it's free money, it's free money, right? And then we got back home Tuesday afternoon after the delayed train, sat down, got back to work on the podcast, got the podcast edited and stuff ready, the Mr. Cat one, etc. And then that was it for the TwitchCon. Yeah, I mean, thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity. I might as well use this part to be a bit soppy because AJ isn't here, and I'm not even reading a script. This is natural talk. I never really do this when I'm recording like pre-audio, or like if I'm recording a video I always read a script. But I'm so grateful for this, and I thank you all so much. I have some really cool plans for TwitchCon next year as to what to take or what to wear or what to do, so hopefully if you can, please try and go to TwitchCon EU, and who knows, you might get something InsideMC related if you're still a fan by then, or if you're still a listener by then, I should say, not a fan. I mean, fan works, but you get what I mean. Yeah, TwitchCon was fun, great experience, lovely meeting everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. Be sure to support AJ in any of his socials, and be sure to support me in any of my socials, I guess, Twitch, etc. With that being said, thank you all for listening. Sorry, this outro was a lot better when recording with AJ, but I just don't like doing this. It kind of takes away from the naturality of it, but it's okay. Thank you all for listening. Stay safe, don't eat too much bread. Pieces.